So hello and welcome to level 6 of the yoga program. Our focus for this session is on arm support, so building upper body strength. It would be good if you have a couple of blocks like this, about this size, or you could improvise and use a couple of thick books. And also if you have a yoga strap, or you could use a belt or a dressing gown tie, a strap of some description. We're going to start on our backs. So lying down, long spine on the mat, feet hip distance apart. And then we're going to inhale in through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. One more time, inhale in through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. Let's take one more cleansing breath. Inhale in through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. Now I want you to gently squeeze the legs in towards the belly. Now close the mouth and begin to inhale and exhale through the nose. Feel the belly completely fill up with air, inflate fully, and empty completely on the exhale. Find your length and your evenness in the breath. We'll take one more breath in. And out. Bring the hands behind the knees and gently rock up onto your bottom. And then we're going to take some big circles with the nose. So take your hands onto your knees and then just begin to circle the head. Nice and slow. Drawing big circles with your nose in one direction. And then we'll go the other way. Bring the chin to chest and then lift the head. So bringing your hands onto your shoulders, I want you to take big circles with the shoulders. Your elbows are almost touching in front of your face and your wrists are almost touching behind your head. So drawing big circles with those elbows. Inhale as you come forward and lift. Exhale as you go back and round and lower the arms. And then we're going to go the other way. Again, the elbows are almost touching in front of the face, the wrists are coming close at the back of the neck as the arms come up and round. Mobilizing the shoulder joints. One more time. Okay. So also we're going to pick up our strap. I want you to take quite a wide grip on your strap. It will be wider than shoulder width. You may need to play around with your grip as we do this. Now bring the strap down in front of the legs here. We're going to inhale, bring the arms up. And then we're going to exhale and bring the hands back and down. So inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, coming up. Exhale and lower. Nice and gentle with this. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. You don't want to bring the strap back one arm at a time. Make sure that the shoulders stay even and level as you bring it down and over. Inhale. You may, as the shoulder begins to warm up, feel that you can bring your hands a little bit closer. exhale. Let's do one more time. Over, and back and down on the exhale. Coming up and down. And just pop your strap to the side. So we're going to come into half lotus. So if you keep the legs crossed, if it's impossible to do half lotus, then just keep your legs crossed. If you bring your left leg, if you're coming into half lotus, and just place the foot on top of the inside of that right thigh. Now we're going to come into some nice side stretches here. Okay, so as I said, you can just have the legs crossed. You don't have to come into half lotus if it's too much for that left hip. Now inhale, bring the arms up. Now exhale, you're going to bring your left hand down to the side, coming into a side stretch. Inhale, come up through center. Exhale, lean to the other side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, coming over to the left. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower to the right. Inhale, come up. Exhale and lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale, reach to the side. And then bring this left hand back down to the mat. And change the cross of the legs. If the legs are crossed and the right leg's just in front, if you're coming into seated half lotus, just stack this foot up on top of the inside of the left thigh. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, we're going to come over to the right side first of all. Inhale, lift. Exhale to the left. Inhale, lift. Exhale, right. Inhale, lift. Exhale. One more time each side. Inhale, lift. Exhale. And exhale. And come back up to center. Unfold the legs. And come onto all fours. So we're coming into tabletop. Knees stacked under our hips, but I want you to turn your hands to face towards your knees. We're going to stretch out the wrists here. Now you might find that your hands can't turn all the way around, in which case you could be facing out to the side. That's absolutely fine. Just bring them around as far as you can. Lengthen your spine and reach the crown of the head forward. And then we're going to turn the hands to face forward. Now keeping your left hand where it is, I want you to inhale and lift your right arm up to the side. Now don't let your hips swing over to the right hand side. Keep your hips stacked over your knees. And then we're going to lower this hand, this is called thread the needle. Turn so that the palm of the hand is facing up towards the sky and slide the fingertips far away from the body. Come down onto your right shoulder, your right ear, and rest the side of the head onto the mat. Check your hips are still stacked above your knees. Now you can stay here. This is perfectly getting a good stretch in this right shoulder. This might be enough of a stretch. If you feel you could go a little bit deeper into the pose, bring your left hand up towards the sky and then bring this left hand to the inside of your right hip crease and lift that left shoulder up. Now again, if you want to go a stage further here, you can bring your left foot off to the side. The leg is coming out at about a 45-degree angle from the hip. The toes are pressing into the floor, so is the ball of the foot. The heel's lifted, but it's pressing down towards the floor. And this will just take a little bit more weight into the right shoulder, giving you a better, deeper stretch. Now let's bring this left knee back down, left hand back down under your left shoulder, and then bring this right arm all the way back up And then bring the hand down back to the floor. Hands shoulder width apart. We'll do the same on the other side. So inhale, raise this left arm up. Turn your gaze up towards your left thumb. Lift and open the chest. Now we're going to bring this hand down as we exhale, bring it to the floor, palm facing upwards. Slide the fingers away from you. Could drop down onto the left ear, the left shoulder. Check your hips stacked still over the knees. Bring this right arm up. So this is an add-on. You don't have to do this extra part to the pose. Bring the right fingers towards the left hip crease. And then further option to extend your right leg. And stretch that heel down to the floor. And then we're going to bring the right hand back to the floor, right knee back to the mat. Inhale, lift this left arm up. Exhale, bring the hand back down to the floor. Coming into child's pose. Toes together, knees wide. We're stretching out the lower back. Well, the whole of the spine, but particularly the lower back. Drop the bottom down onto the heels. Feel the stretch in the shoulders to reach the fingertips towards the front of the mat. Long, steady, even breaths here. And we're going to come back up into tabletop. And we're going to do a flow that I like to do, especially first thing in the morning. So spread the fingers, knees hip distance apart. We're going to come into cow pose on an inhale, so it's a nice flow. Inhale, take the belly to the floor, look up. Exhale, round the back, tuck the tailbone under, tuck the chin. As you do that, tuck your toes under. Now inhale, come up into downward facing dog, but keep the knees bent, backs long. Now exhale, drop down onto your knees, back into tabletop. Take the tops of the feet to the floor. As you inhale, cow pose, hollow out the lower back, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, round the spine, and as you do so, tuck your toes under, push evenly into the floor with the hands. Inhale, come back into down dog, knees are straightening out a little bit more each time. Exhale, come back down onto all fours. Tops of the feet to the mat. Inhale through cow pose. Exhale into cat pose. Inhale, pressing up into downward facing dog, legs a little bit more straight this time. And exhale, drop back down onto the mat. Last time, inhale. Exhale, round the back, tuck your toes under. And then inhale, come up, and we'll stay in downward facing dog this time, making any adjustments that we need to make. Remember, feet hip distance apart, hands shoulder width apart. And these wrist creases are facing the front of the mat, and parallel to the front of the mat, shoulders relaxed. Belly's gaze towards the belly. Chest reaching towards the thighs, kneecaps pulled up. If you want to walk through the legs here, you can. Warming up the hamstrings. And then we're going to come from this downward facing dog. We're going to shift the weight forward and come into plank. And you may need to take the feet back slightly here. Make sure that your shoulders are directly above your wrists. Now your core is engaged. Really strong in the body here. Reach the crown of the head forward. Now if this is too much, then just drop down onto your knees and just build the strength that way. Now we're going to come down, whether the knees are on the mat or not, we're going to come down onto our forearms. Elbows under the shoulders, spread the fingers. Try not to have the bottom sticking in the air like this. Try and have the hips down level with the lower back, legs engaged. Kneecaps pulled up. It's fine to have your knees on the mat, this is too much. And then we're going to come back up into plank and shift the weight back into downward facing dog. Now from here we're going to bend the knees, take the gaze between the hands and walk the feet forward. Coming into forward fold, feet together. Now if the hamstrings are tight, bend the knees here. You may want to put your blocks underneath your hands, so you can have the hands on the floor or resting on the lower part of your legs. Spread your toes, press down through the toes, through the balls of the feet. If you can, straighten out the legs, begin to do so, but don't force anything and just be mindful of what's going on in your lower back. Now I want you to sink your hips down, keep your knees pressing together, press the inner thighs in towards each other, and then bring your arms up, come into chair pose. So we're hinged at the hips, tailbones tucked under, lengthen the spine, shoulders down away from the ears. We're looking up at that space between the hands. Feel the heat build in the legs. Take a quick look down, make sure that your toes are peeking in front of your knees. Now bring your hands to heart center. And then we're going to twist to the left hand side. So hook your right elbow onto the outside of that left knee. Don't push the hips over to the side. Keep the hips nice and central. Try and bring your thumbs to heart center. If you want to take this a stage further, you can bring your right hand to the floor and bring your left arm up. But make sure that that right arm is still resting against the outside edge of the left thigh, because that's what's going to give you the twist. So really deep cleansing twist here. Deep breaths. And then we'll come back up. Bring the hands together and then come back up into chair pose. Now bring the hands together and turn to the right hand side. Hook this left elbow onto the outside of the right thigh. Turn your shoulders, your chest towards the right hand side. Try and bring the thumbs to heart center. Make sure the hips are not pushing over to the side. Keep them nice and central. Option to extend the left hand to the floor, to the mat, and the right arm up. Now you can look up towards your right thumb, or you can look towards the side of the room. This really generates, builds a lot of heat in the body. Now we're going to bring the hands back together. The arms were open, and then bring the arms up. And exhale, come to standing. Okay, coming into our sun salutations, modified Surya Namaskara A. And we're going to inhale, bring the arms up. Now we're going to exhale, forward fold. Remember, you've got the option to bend the knees if the lower back is giving you any discomfort. Inhale, lengthen the spine, gaze forward. Exhale, we're going to step back into our plank. Now you have the option here of dropping the knees down, or you can stay in plank as you lower all the way down to the mat. Tops of the feet to the mat. Inhale, pressing into the hands, shoulders down, gaze forward, upward facing dog. And then we're going to tuck the toes under as we exhale, come back into downward facing dog, and making any adjustments we need to make to get into this perfect inverted V shape. Now we're going to build some upper arm strength and some core strength here. We're going to lift the right leg up. So I want you to keep your shoulders, keep your hips nice and level here. And place the right foot down. And then inhale, lift this left leg. You'll feel the glute muscles engage.
Press evenly through the hands and exhale, lower the left foot. Take your gaze forward between your hands, bend your knees. Big step or walk the feet forward. Inhale, nice flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up. And exhale, bring the hands down by your side. And again, inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, take the gaze forward. Exhale, stepping back, hands under the shoulders into strong plank. Option to drop down onto the knees. We're going to lower. Come down to your mat. Inhale, upward facing dog. Pressing into the hands, shoulders down. Exhale, tuck the toes under and come into downward facing dog. And settle into the pose. Now we're going to inhale, lift the right leg up. And then we're going to exhale and bend that right knee. So you're bringing your right heel in towards your bottom. Now I want you to begin to open up this right hip and look underneath the right arm, and then start to take some big circles with the right knee. So you're mobilizing that right hip joint. Nice big circles, and let's go in the opposite direction. And then we'll bring this right leg back up, hip square to the floor. Exhale, drop the foot down. Same on the other side. Inhale, lift this left leg. And then exhale, begin to open up this left hip, look underneath the left armpit, bend the left knee. And let's circle this left leg. And let's go the opposite way. I apologise for Pebbles snoring, she's just back from a big walk. And then we're going to level off that left leg, that left hip, and exhale. Lower the foot back down to the mat. Now let's bend the knees, gaze between the hands. Step or jump the feet forward, or walk the feet forward. Inhale, look up, exhale. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands down. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale. Inhale, looking up, flat back. Exhale, we're stepping the feet back into our plank. Remember, you can drop down onto the knees if you need to here, like this. And lower, elbows stay tucked in alongside the body. Inhale, come into up dog. Exhale, tuck toes under, press into the legs, downward facing dog. Okay, now we're going to inhale here, lift the right leg up. We're going to exhale, bring your right knee to right elbow. Inhale, lift this right leg up. Exhale, bring this right knee into the chest. Exhale, bring the right leg back up. Inhale, bring the right knee across the body, right knee to left elbow. Slight pause here. Inhale, lift that right leg and place the right foot down. Hip distance from the left foot. And settle the breath. Okay, let's inhale, lift that left leg. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale. Exhale, knee across the body towards the right elbow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop that left foot down, feet hip distance apart. And from our downward facing dog, gaze between the hands, bend the knees, step the feet forward. Inhale, nice flat back, looking up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, bring the hands back down. So take a big step back with your left foot. So you're going to come into warrior two. This right knee stacked over the right ankle. With every exhale, try and drop the tailbone down a little bit more. Check the heels are aligned. This left foot's at 90 degrees. Now we're going to come into reverse warrior. So bring this left hand on this back thigh. Keep the bend in the right knee. Look up towards the right thumb. Now we're going to come into side angles. So we're bringing this right elbow down onto the right thigh. Bring this left arm up alongside the left ear. Lift the chest up towards the sky. Gaze towards the fingertips. Now we're going to come into a flow here. So we're going to inhale. The legs are not moving. The waist is doing the work. Reverse warrior to side angle pose. Back into reverse warrior, inhale. Exhale into side angle. Reverse warrior, inhale. And then exhale, come into side angle. And pause here. Now bring your left hand onto your left hip. And if you pop your block, you may not need a block, but I prefer to use a block for half moon pose. We did this in level 5. You're going to bring your back foot in slightly. The block is out to the side, slightly in front of the right foot. You're going to transfer the weight onto this right leg. Turn the hips and the chest towards the left-hand side of the room. Flex the left foot. And try to bring your left arm up towards the sky. So we've got a nice straight line from this right hand across the chest up to the left hand. And try and bring your head so it's in line with your spine here. Now we're going to bend this right leg and we're going to float this left foot down to the floor and turn so that your feet are parallel facing the front of your mat. Hands on the hips as you lift the chest and inhale and exhale, coming into this wide-legged forward fold. Pull the kneecaps up and bring your hands down to the mat. Remember, if the arms are straight, hands are under the shoulders. If the arms are bent, then hands are underneath the elbows. Elbows pointing backwards. Let the crown of the head hang heavy here. Relax the shoulders. Pull the kneecaps up. Press evenly through the feet. With every exhale, just try and find a little bit more space in the pose to move that little bit deeper. Now we're going to inhale, look forward. Exhale, hands on the hips. Inhale, pressing into the legs, lifting all the way up, exhaling at the top. And then we'll turn our left foot, check our alignment of our heels, and come into warrior two, facing the back of our mats. And drop these shoulders down. Make sure the back arm's not dropping. Hands are level. And coming into reverse warrior, keeping your legs steady, deep bend in that front leg. Gaze up towards the thumb. Reach this right hand down the back leg. And then let's come into side angle. This left elbow's coming onto the thigh. Look up towards the right fingertips, right biceps next to the ear, right ear. Feel this lovely stretch from the right fingertips all the way down the right hand side of the body. And then inhale as you lift, coming into our flow. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Keep the legs steady. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle.
Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, come into side angle. And then bring this right hand onto your right hip. Place the block on the outside of your left foot. And then pick this right leg up. And reach the right hands up. Right hand up towards the ceiling. Try and have that right foot level with your right hip. Slight bend, slight softness in this left support leg. And then we're going to bend this left leg, float the right leg down. And this time I want you to turn the feet out at an angle. Okay, and I want you to bend your knees and come into a squat. Keep your knees pressing back, have the knees coming out over the feet. Have the spine nice and long. Bring your hands onto your thighs. And just tilt the pelvis forward, tuck the tailbone under. Relax the shoulders. And then we're going to come back up. Now we're going to do another squat. We're going to add eagle arms in here. So we're going to inhale, stretch the arms out to the side. And then I want you to bring your right arm underneath your left arm. And then see if you can get the palms to come together like this and interlace the fingers. If that's difficult for you, then just take the hands onto the shoulders. Don't worry about bringing the hands together. And then we're going to bend our knees again. Lower the tailbone. Lower the shoulders and lift your elbows a fraction. Feel this lovely stretch that eagle arms gives you across your upper back, across the shoulder blades. And then we're going to inhale, come up, and exhale, release the arms. Inhale, take the arms out to the side again. And then we're going to cross the arms again, bringing your left arm underneath the right arm this time. And then see if you can bring the hands together. Remember the option of taking the hands onto the shoulders if that's not quite happening for you today. And then we're going to drop down. Keep those knees pressing out. Drop, relax the shoulders, lift the elbows a fraction. One more breath here. And then we'll release. And we're going to step this back foot forward and come back to the front of our mat. And then inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look up, nice flat back. Exhale, let's take the feet back, come into plank. Now in our plank, this time we're going to come into side plank. So I want you to turn your right fingertips in just slightly and then roll onto the outside edge of the right foot, the inside edge of the left foot, and bring this left arm up. Now if you're feeling strong and steady here, you can bring this left foot on top of your right foot. You could even bring this left leg up. It does make it slightly more challenging to balance and to hold the pose. And then we'll take this left foot, place it back in front of the right foot and come back into plank. Now we're going to come on to turn the left fingertips in slightly, come onto the outside edge of the left foot, the inside of the right foot, and then bring this right arm up.
And once again, you can stack the feet, or you can lift this leg up. Now, if this is too difficult for you, you can always bend your left leg, turn the foot out, and bring it to the floor. Okay, let's come back into our plank. So we're going to lower down here, keep the elbows tucked in, come all the way down. And then we're going to bring our forehead to the mat, extend our legs, feet hip distance apart. We're going to bring our hands behind our back, interlace the fingers, and we're going to inhale, come to this nice back bend. Gaze is forward but down, feet hip distance apart. Keep the length in the body. And steady breathing. And as you exhale, come back down to the mat. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders and come back up into tabletop, but just shuffle down to the bottom of your mat here for me. So your feet are right at the back of your mat. Now tuck your toes under, spread the fingers, and come up into downward facing dog. Stretch out the back. Gently lower the heels back down to the floor, gaze to the belly. Now we're going to try something here. We're going to bend our knees, gaze between our hands. We're going to try and jump our feet to the outside of our hands so that your toes are on the edges of your mat and your heels are turned in slightly towards each other. And then we're going to try and sink the bottom down and bring our hands to heart center here. So just turn so that you can see here. I'm using my elbows to push the inner thighs out. And I'm trying to keep my back long and straight here. If you find that you're doing this, okay, quite a nice variation here is to pop a block underneath you, sit on your block. Okay. A further option, if this does not feel good on your knees and your hips, is just to come into a low squat. Don't feel you have to come quite as low as we are here in Savasana. Now, because our focus today is on arm support, I'm going to give you the option here of doing crow pose. If it's something that you do regularly in your yoga practice, then just go ahead and do crow now. If you just want to build the strength and progress towards doing crow, then bring your hands to the mat, shoulder width apart, spread the fingers. And then you're going to just rock your weight forwards and backwards. So the inner thighs are pressing up against the top of the triceps, the upper arms. And you can rock forward and backward like this. If you feel that's quite manageable, then you can transfer the weight from one foot to the other. And if you want to come up into crow pose just now, then you can come into this balance. And then we're going to gently come down. Now just be very careful trying that. It's easy to face plant there, so just go through the progressions gradually. So from here, we're going to bring our blocks alongside us. We're going to need these in a second. We're going to just drop our bottom down onto our mat. And we're going to bring the blocks either side of our hips. You can have them at slightly lower height or up a little bit. You might, once you've done this, you might decide you want to change the height. But we're going to first of all come into goat pose. So we're going to bring our ankles level with our knees. Remember, you have the option here of holding on to the back of the thighs, or you can lengthen and reach the arms forward. So we're holding goat pose here, we're lifting the chest, we're relaxing the shoulders. toes. And then we're going to cross our legs. Now I want you to take the weight down into your hands, and you can either just try to lift your bottom off the floor but keep your feet in contact with the floor, or if you've got the strength you can lift your bottom and your legs up off the mat. And try and pause and hold it, and then lower back down. Coming back into boat pose. And then we're going to cross the legs and come up. Try to lift your body weight off the mat, or just keep the legs in contact and just lift your bottom. One more time. And then we're going to bring the hands down last time. So either lifting the bottom, gazes forward, or picking the legs up off the floor. Breathing and come back down. Good. Moving your blocks off to the side. So we're going to come down onto our backs. Bring our arms out to the side and lift our legs up. And we're going to drop the knees over to the left hand side, keeping both shoulders pressing down into the floor, and turn your head to look towards your right hand. Bring your left hand onto the outside edge of that right thigh if you like, just to add a little bit more depth into the stretch. Enjoy the supine twist, the stretch in the lower back. And then bring the head up to centre, extend the left arm, lift the knees back up, lengthen out the lower back, and then lower your knees over, keeping them bent at right angles to the right hand side. They can be hovering, or they can come all the way down to the floor. Turn your gaze to your left hand, right hand to the outside edge of this left thigh. And then we're going to bring the head back to centre, the right arm back to the floor. Bring your knees back up, hug them into the chest one last time. And then let's get nice and comfortable, ready for Savasana, our relaxation. Popping on an extra layer of some socks if you need to. Lying on your back, feet wider than your hips. Let them fall to the side. Hands a few inches from the side of the body, palms open, facing up towards the ceiling. Shoulders sinking into the floor. Chin dropped in slightly to lengthen your neck. Jaw relaxed. Soften the facial muscles. Close the eyes. And just allow the breath to come and go. And do a final scan of the body just to make sure you're not holding on to any tension. Try to be as still as possible. So I have a quote for you by Adele Ahmed. You know great things are coming when everything seems to be going wrong. Old energy is clearing out for new energy to enter. Be patient. And if you wish to stay longer in Savasana, press pause here. Otherwise, we're going to bring the feet together. Inhale, come into full body stretch, lift the arms up and overhead. And exhale, bring the feet to the mat, knees bent. And roll over onto your left side, making a pillow with the hands. And rest on your side. And when you're ready, make your way up to a comfortable seated position. The legs crossed. And just sitting quietly. And then we'll bring our hands down by our sides. We'll open our eyes. Inhale, lift the arms, and exhale.